two color changes is what you will learn today. You will learn shake change and the shapeshifter change. Shapeshifter change is a little bit harder than the shake change, but here's the shake change. And here is the shapeshifter change. And you will learn how to execute both of them in no time. I wrote down timing, angles, misdirection, and flow. There's really no angles with this per se. But let's go ahead and get into how to execute both of these moves. So here's what you are going to do. I want you to follow along with me. You're going to get a break under two cards, one face up, one face down. You might recognize this from the paintbrush top change. We are not doing the paintbrush top change. We are doing the shake change first. Shake change is the easiest of the two. What you're going to do is you're going to get the break and you're going to pick up both cards as one, and your thumb is going to come over into the lower right corner of the card where the pip is, and your middle finger is also going to go where the pip is in the upper left corner. And you're going to grip the cards just like this. Okay? Next thing you need to know is big movement covers the small movement of turning the cards over. You're just literally taking your index finger and you're pulling the cards over. Just like that. Okay? So you come over where the pips are and you're going to turn them. Just like that. And big motion, you do not really want to move your wrist. It's more in the hand than your wrist. You're not twisting your hand over. You are literally just doing a movement like this. You don't want to go too crazy. I've seen people go really crazy with this, but you're just a quick movement like this, turn it over, boom, it changed. Alright, so get used to that. Because I've seen people go too crazy and they kind of twist their hands too. Hence the angle situation where if you do that, you have the other card on the back and you can't have people behind you. Or technically to your left or right. So that's where the whole angle thing comes in. Don't twist your hand to try to cover the move. Don't do that. It's a quick motion. Use your index finger to turn it over. Now you'll notice that your fingers end up in the opposite corners. It goes from here to here. So what I do is, and I think other people do this too, you're going to shake, turn, and immediately drop. Because you don't want to be caught with your fingers in these corners. So that's it for the shake change. Practice it, get good at it, and we will move on to the shapeshifter change. Shapeshifter change is unique and completely different from the shake change. Instead of coming over where the pips are, you're going to go where the pips are not, in the blank corners. You're going to grip the cards, because you have two cards, and you're going to bend them, like you're going to give them a little bow. And then with your other thumb and middle finger, you're going to come over where the pips are, and you're holding the cards just like this. Let's see if I can get up close with that. So you can see exactly what's going on. And what's going to happen is with your left hand here, you are going to pull down with your thumb and middle finger, and you're going to snap, and it's going to turn the cards. Just like that. And you want to kind of do a downward motion with your hand as well. So you're here, with the card bowed, snap with your finger down, and this is another way for angles, because if you're super scared that the cards aren't going to turn all the way over when you do the shapeshifter change, like maybe they only turn like that, do not have people to your left, because just people, and if this happens and you quickly angle it like this, you can get away with people in front and to your right. That's my advice for if you are scared that it's not going to, turn all the way. But you're going to bow the card, and you're going to flick them just like this, and your fingers are going to pull down with your hand and release roughly at the same time. And that should happen. And it's an instant change, shake change is an instant change, but you're doing this and you're turning it over. It literally happens right in front of their faces with this shapeshifter change. You're doing this, boom, it changes. So the shapeshifter change is probably going to take you a little bit of a knack. That's okay. Practice doing this. Practice releasing your thumb and your middle finger, and you should be good. Because again, there's not too much going on here. It's all just in the movement and remaining calm. You need to act natural. You need to make it flow, like what I wrote on here, and just execute it without really thinking about it. And I'm messing up because I'm trying to go slow for you guys. Boom, it changes. So that is how you execute both of those moves. As far as timing, I told you about the angles. Misdirection doesn't really play here. I don't really know why I wrote that. Because you want people to be looking at your hands with both of these moves. But I already talked about flow. I talked about angles. Timing is just more of taking a card, getting a break under the next card, while distracting them with this first card, and then executing one of the moves. That's basically all timing is. Now, what makes these unique and special? I wrote special and unique, I said that backwards. These are just instant color changes. Like, yes, the paintbrush color change can be an instant change. Like that. But there's just something that is just... I can't really describe it in words, but there's just something more special about, in my excuse me, in my opinion, there's something more special about the shapeshifter change, the shake change, as opposed to the paintbrush color change. If I was to execute a color change, it'd probably be one of these two, just because they're so visual. So I will go over both of them really quick. So go where the pips are for the shake change, do this shaking motion, turn them, drop them. Shapeshifter change, come over where the pips are not, use your other middle finger and thumb, and you're going to bow the card like this, and you're going to flick, and it changes. So now that you have all of that ready, excuse me, we are going to learn a card routine. It's not really a routine, it's more of a trick, but it is really cool. So technically this is called Joker's Wild, but you don't have to use the Joker. I have all the Jokers right here, but we're going to put them off to the side. I'm not going to use them. Typically I go for the Jack of Hearts. I'm kind of tired of using the Jack of Hearts. So we're going to use the King of Hearts as the Joker, the wild card. So now you have two separate people pick two different cards. And much like with the paintbrush color change card trick, you're going to control both of them to the top. And the easiest way is to do what you did in that video, which is use a version of the pass, have them get one more look at it, and then execute the pass, and it's on top. And then you're going to do this triple packets false cut, have the next spectator put their card on it, get one more peek, and then do the Is that the card? Yeah. And then do the double undercut. Ooh, excuse me. And you have them both on top. If you want, you can execute this false cut so that they're none the wiser and they get mixed. But both cards are on top. So now what you do is you're going to pick this up and you say, I'm going to use this to, or this card, sorry, I messed that up. You say the king is the wild card, and while you're talking about that, you push over, get a break under the top card. And you say the king is the wild card. It can be any card that it wants to be. Pick it up, and you're going to do the shape change. So you're going to do this, bring it on top. And you say, and then you're going to riffle 3 cards. It's the only time I suggest riffling like that. And you say it can look like the 10 of spades, but it's not really the 10 of spades, because if we give it a little flick, it can also look like the 9 of hearts. But all you have to do, and I like to do a one-handed cut as I'm doing this, you're going to do the credit card swipe, and it's still the king of hearts. Excuse me, I don't know what is going on with my throat today. Anyways, we'll go over that one more time. So you have 2 different spectators pick 2 different cards. 8 of spades, 10 of spades. Put 1 card in the middle, have them get one more look at it. Do a pass. It's kind of hard with the angle that I'm sitting at. Do a pass, it's on top. And then do this move with the triple packet. False cut, have the next spectator put it out here. Have them get one more look at it, and then do a double undercut and this false cut as well. And they're both on top. And then you say King of Hearts is the wild card. You push over 1 card, get the break under it. The Joker or the King is a wild card. It can look like any card it wants. So it can also look like the 10 of spades, or if it so wants to, it can look like the 8 of spades. But while it can look like both of these two, all I got to do is give it a good old credit card swipe, and it's the King of Hearts. And the reason why I do the one-handed cut is so that you lose the evidence, and if they want to look at the next cards, it's not their cards. So yeah, that's it for these 2 color changes. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments what you think. I do respond to comments. Check out whatever video is on the end screen. It's YouTube usually thinks it's the best video. I'll see you over in the video, and I'll see you next time.